Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates is a fight that I'm looking forward to. I've always been a huge fan of Leon, and it has nothing to do with his style. I actually think it's very boring, but I just appreciate how he overcame adversity. He was overlooked by fighters in his division, that being Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. He was down 3 rounds going into the fifth against Kamaru Usman, then landed the head kick that changed the entire timeline of the welterweight division. Some people might think he's washed, but at least he was able to not only win the title, but defend it twice against notable names like Kamaru Usman. Colby Covington was a bit washed, and I just felt like he wasted his career, sat out for a long time. Carlos Prates has been in the rankings for not too long. He only has 2 notable wins, in my opinion, that being Neil Magny and Jeff Neal. The Jeff Neal win is actually very impressive because Jeff Neal is one of the best boxers in the division, or at least he once was at a time. He went to war with Shavkat, had a close fight with Ian Gary, and I actually think Ian Gary was outstruck by Shavkat. Yes, there was a grappling threat, but he outstruck him. He landed the biggest strikes of the entire fight. I don't want to use MMA math, but when you look at Jeff Neal's opponents and his opponents, his common opponents, it's pretty safe to say he's a pretty notable win. The thing about Carlos is that he can put your lights out. Even if you're beating him on points, he will put your lights out. With Jeff Neal, the fight didn't go on for that long. He knocked him out in the first round via spinning back elbow. You know how rare those are? Ironically, Lerone Murphy landed one right after Carlos. And aside from Carlos's flashy weapons, the biggest weapon in his arsenal has to be his left hand. When you look at his finishes in the UFC, a lot of them are a result of the left hand. He either leaves his opponent so disoriented that the ref has to stop the fight, or he knocks them out cold. He did it to Neil Magny, Li Jinliang, and Trevin Giles. Same result. It's not a coincidence, and there's a high chance that he could land it on Leon Edwards. The question is, will Leon be able to survive that left hand? I believe Leon Edwards' style is more suited for someone like Carlos Prates than a Jeff Neal. We all know Jeff Neal is that guy who likes to tuck his chin, walk you down, and outbox you in the pocket. It's why Ian Gary was fighting on the back foot the entire time, and it's why he had success against Carlos as well. Ian, that is. Now, the thing with Leon and Ian, I would say they have some similarities in the sense that they like to play it safe, fight on the outside. But I just feel like Ian is a lot more suited for that when he's going up against someone like Carlos Prates. Leon won't use lateral movement. He's not going to dance and poke you, doesn't float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. He's going to use his teeps, his low kicks, his high kicks, his body kicks, his straight punches to keep you on the outside. But in terms of his in the pocket boxing, it doesn't work too well for him. That's why his fights are boring. He does not want to fight there. He will make sure he's as inactive as he needs to be to win on his terms. But can he do this against Carlos Prates? Because keep in mind, even if Leon plays his teep game, his straight punches, his body and low kicks, will he be able to do that for the entire fight, knowing that he's going up against someone who almost had a 100% finish rate at some point? That was before he faced Ian Gary. I honestly don't know, because people act like Carlos is a killer, which he is, but he only has 2 notable wins. The moment he went up against an elite fighter in Ian Gary, he lost. But it was a very competitive fight. Ian won 3-2, and in as much as he almost got finished at some point, for the most part, he looked in control of the fight. The question is, will Leon have the same quote-unquote success as Ian Gary? And I don't know. I truly don't know. But you guys let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.